Hello and welcome to glennzb TV for Tuesday. The show that puts glennzb into your virtual headset. Yes, I'm bringing New Zealand to the world and the world to New Zealand. Sorry for the pause there. It's Tuesday. I may have said come back on Monday, on Friday. And then you might have come back yesterday and then I wasn't here. Because it was a holiday and I forgot. It's been a busy time. Anyway, part of the reason it's been a busy time is because of Winston Peters and Jacinda Ardern and the Greens and the Coalition and all that sort of stuff. The details around exactly what the agreement is are still being worked through, apparently. There seems to be a lot of compromising going on. And again today we hear Winston Peters referencing the Rolling Stones song, You Can't Always Get What You Want. And so, which raises a few issues. A, can he not think of another song that he can apply to this situation? And B, who knew that he was such a Rolling Stones fan? I did not. I mean, obviously, who's older, Winston or Mick Jagger and Keith Richards? I think they're of a similar generation, which might explain a lot. Anyway, if he says it again tomorrow, I'm going to start to worry. Time once again to learn geography through current events. Deir ez-Zor. This has become the centre of action now in Syria as whatever the group of forces fighting ISIS is called, push them further and further back. And now the Deir ez-Zor, basically they just, what happens is they just bomb the shit out of these places, and everybody has to leave, and then they go to the next place and bomb the shit out of that place until there's nothing left. So yeah, there used to be a place called Deir ez-Zor in Syria, but it's not really there anymore because it's just basically a pile of rubble. But what do we know about it? Well, I didn't know any. I'd never even heard of it until I got to work today. But what I can tell you is that they're into rice, couscous, beans, wheat flour, beef and lamb, eggs, and some dried milk. That seems to be about, what they're into there. That's certainly what's being airdropped on there. Other than that, I can't really tell you. I did my normal thing where I just type into Google fun facts about Deir ez-Zor, and I think what's happened is it's been bombed so much and blown up so much, there are no more fun facts. They bombed the fun right out of Deir ez-Zor. Maybe it'll be rebuilt one day. Let's hope so. The problem with them being on telly, and I'm glad I'm not. I mean, apart from in this forum here, I'm half watching out of the corner of my eye Al Jazeera this morning with this guy in his very fashionable camel jacket. But the trouble is that they make news anchors now wander around the place, don't they? You can't just sit behind the desk. Now you've got to wander around all over the place. So he's casually sitting up against leaning up against the console there, and that can go wrong because you can miss it, and then that can happen, obviously. But then he's turned around to talk to somebody on the big screen behind him, and it turns out that he's got this scenario all hitched up here. Can you see that? I presume that's his mic pack that's in the back of his thing there. And so, on the radio, if I turn around and I've accidentally, tucked my... That doesn't matter. You can't hear that on the radio. But if that happens to me, it's like when you come out of the toilet with toilet paper stuck in your dress. I mean, I know I shouldn't wear a dress to the toilet. It's very confusing. But, I mean, these are enlightened times we're living in. So I'm just saying, I'm glad I'm not on actual TV. I'm only on virtual TV. Finally, speaking of being on TV, impressive array of microphones in Kirkuk today. I mean, look at that. I don't know what they're talking about. Probably that whole Kurdistan wanting to be independent of Iraq thing. But anyway, a lot of microphones there. And it seems to me, weirdly, that the number of microphones you have at a press conference seems to be directly proportional to how sort of third world and rudimentary your surroundings are. Because I don't know if you remember in Erbil, when there was a press conference going on there, I think that's the most microphones I've ever seen at a press conference. That's impressive. I mean, that's impressive, but you've got to admit when you can't even fit all the microphones in one single shot, you have to pan across. I don't know what conclusions we can draw out of that, other than somebody's selling a lot of microphones in Iraq. I think that's what's going on there. So some businesses are probably struggling, but the microphone business is good. So that's good news. I am glennzb. Thank you so much for watching me and listening to me through my microphone and in your virtual headset. I'll see you back here again tomorrow. And I mean it. I really will be here tomorrow, even though I wasn't here yesterday, even though I might have said that I was going to be. Sorry about that.